Alright everyone, so in this lesson I'm going to be showing you how to create winning video ads for Facebook and create your own original content and basically find winning video ads. And I'm going to be showing you exactly how I did it for Flex Posture, so let's get right into it. So first off, why video ads? Well, video ads are pretty much the most effective for targeting cold traffic who don't know your brand. For most products too, most winning products, you kind of need an explanation, and a video really gives you a good opportunity to sell someone on a product versus just an image, right? And so the best way to explain most of these winning products is with video content. Now, another big benefit of using video content is that you can retarget people who watch the video. So you can retarget based on the percentage of the video watched, and using those audiences, you can create funnels and get that warm traffic and then convert them to hot traffic and convert them to buyers. And so video ad funnels are really effective on Facebook. Now, what are the characteristics of a good ad? Well, a good ad is fast-paced and it has captions on screen. So pretty much every ad that you see is like this. So it's fast-paced, captions on screen, and it's modeled after regular viral videos on Facebook. So the type of video that genuinely goes viral on Facebook that your uncle shared and stuff, that's where you should be getting your inspiration from. That's what your ads should look like. And so that's really the goal. You want it to make it look like it's not an ad and it just looks like a regular viral video. And those are the ads that are going to perform the best by far. Now, another characteristic of a great ad is having a good scroll stopper. Now, what is a scroll stopper? A scroll stopper is the first few seconds of the video that really grabs your attention and stops you from scrolling, because most people are on their phones scrolling super fast. You need to grab their attention, so you need a good scroll stopper. Now, lastly, a good ad identifies a problem that the audience has and then offers the solution, and this is key. Now, that's pretty much what I like to call the cut and band-aid method. And this is kind of the main idea that I follow with my ads is you want to cut the audience and then offer them the band-aid. So basically tell them what the problem is and make them realize that they have this problem, and then you offer them the solution. So that's why I like to call it cut and band-aid. So in the first 3 to 5 seconds of your video, you want to identify the problem and identify the solution offered by your product. And so the start of your video is the cut that's going to make your audience relate to that problem, and then your product is presented as an easy solution. And this is a very effective way to sell products online with this cut and band-aid method. And it's very effective, and that's why I like to focus on products that solve a problem, because with products that solve a problem, you can use this method. Now, how do you get content made? Once you find a winning product, so I just showed you the launch of that Facebook ads account for Flex Posture. So in the first 10 days, I had spent, $40,000 and made back $80,000 or something like that. At that point, I knew that was a winning product, right? It's pretty obvious at that point that it's a winning product. So right away, you shouldn't just be proud of yourself. What you should do is you should think about the next move, because the ad that I was scaling then during those first 10 days, I knew that it was only going to last so long before it got fatigued, before too many people started copying it, etc., and before it stopped performing. And what do you know? It did. It stopped working well after, a month or two. So right away, I thought, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to create new content to make sure that when that ad does stop working well, I'm ready. And so how do you get content made? The best place, in my opinion, is Fiverr. There's a bunch of people who, they're trying to make money, and you just have to look for gigs of people that are willing to film themselves and record a video for you. It doesn't necessarily need to be an e-commerce product video gig. You can look video model. You can type in pretty much anything you want, and then you just send them a message and you tell them what you need. And I'm going to show you a few examples of what I did for Flex Posture, and that's exactly what I did. I messaged people on Fiverr, and that's how I got the content made, and then I used that content to make the ads that eventually helped me scale, to multiple 6 figures and eventually to 7 figures. Now, another way you can do it is you can reach out to small influencers. Influencers are very experienced at making content, and so you can just message them, say, hey, I don't even need you to post this on your feed. All I want is you to help me make an ad for this product. So I'm just going to send you a product for free. You get to keep the product, record this video, and I'll pay you, $50. You work out a deal like that. Or if your product is actually really cool, you could offer just the product for free, and maybe they'll do it, in exchange for the product. And so that's another way to get content made. Now, make sure to have a clear description of what you want to record. This is also really important. I'm going to show you examples of this shortly. But yeah, you can't put your trust in their ability to make a good video. You have to tell them exactly what you want them to do so that you can apply this cut and band-aid method that I was telling you about. Now, I make all my ads using Animoto. I already showed you an example of that in a previous module, and I'm going to show you more examples of that in this lesson. But basically, I use Animoto to make all my ads. Now, what I like to do is I'm going to segment my content into short 4 to 5 second clips using InShot. Now, InShot, I really like it. It's a super simple phone video editor and photo editor, and what it allows you to do is you can easily once you get the raw content from, let's say, Fiverr, you pay someone to create raw content for you, raw video content, you can put that on your phone. You can transfer the file using like Google Drive or something, and put that on your phone, and then you can segment the content into 4 to 5 second clips using InShot, and it's really visual. It's easy to play with, and so you can really visually decide what are the best clips to put in my ads. And then you can also, with InShot, you can easily fast forward the video, and that's a really important tool. I fast forward most of my clips because, like I said, a good ad is usually fast-paced, and the regular time isn't fast enough. So InShot allows you to speed it up, and that's another thing that I'll do. So I'll speed it up, and I'll trim it into 4 to 5 second clips, and usually I'll aim to have 8 to 12 different clips to make my ad. And then you want to write a script for your video, and that's another thing that you want to do. So if you got 8 clips, you want to write 8 lines, 1 for each clip. And in your script, you should focus on the benefits, not the specifications. And you should also explain how this product is going to solve the problem. Now, the script of your video is not that important, so just keep it simple. Make sure there's no grammar mistakes. That is important, right? That looks extremely unprofessional if there's grammar mistakes in your ad. And so that's basically it. And then you also want to test multiple variations with different leading clips. And I'm going to show you that as well. Now, another important thing is watermarking. Watermarking is extremely important, and I figured that too late with this Flex Posture store. I didn't watermark a lot of my first videos, and now they're going all over the place. People are still advertising with the videos that I got made myself. So make sure to watermark your content. Having a logo in the top right corner is not enough. Animoto lets you do that by default. Not enough. Don't do it. You need to have about 15% opacity watermark. I put 25 here, but 15% is good enough. Dead center of your video, so right in the center, and that makes it so people can't steal your video, right? Because your URL is right in the center. So I usually put my URL as a watermark, and people can't steal a video that way. Now you can do this with any video editor on PC, or you can use InShot, which also allows you to overlay text with 15% opacity, and that's what I do. I use InShot. I use InShot for a lot of video editing needs. Now, with Animoto, you can easily test scroll stoppers by replacing the first clip, and this makes all the difference. And now you have to think about the cut and band-aid method that I was telling you earlier about. The scroll stopper is really the cut, it's what allows you to apply this method. And so you want to find scroll stoppers that will kind of cut the audience without, being too offensive or too crazy. So I'm going to show you some examples, and hopefully it's going to all make sense. So there was 3 main people that I reached out to on Fiverr initially. So the first one is Olena Kit, the second one was KJ Promotions, and the third one was Kevin J. Bond. And so I sent a generic message to all of them. And I said, hey, I'm Gabriel, the owner of Flex Posture. We need a promo video shot for a posture correction product. We don't need any voiceover editing, just raw content of you showing how to use the product. We want an upper body shot of you putting on the back brace, fitting the straps, and then spinning around to show the back. After that, we just need a clip of you buttoning up a shirt on top to show that you can wear clothes on top of it. And then I said, let me know your thoughts and we can talk about pricing. And then they all pretty much quoted me the same price, which was $50. So I had to spend $50 on each of those people, and that gave me amazing video content to work with. And so the first one that I did was KJ Promotions, and this by far was the best Fiverr gig I've ever purchased in my life. And so with KJ Promotions content, I was able to build this first ad here. So vid number 105. And this ad is really what changed the game for Flex Posture. It really helped me to scale further. It helped me to scale more with Instagram influencer promotions. And it was just a really great ad overall. So this is the girl KJ Promotions, and she recorded all these clips, and then I trimmed them on InShot like I was talking about. I sped them up a bit, and I made this ad. So let's take a look at the ad. And so you're gonna see what it was like. So that was my scroll stopper. Now that wasn't the best scroll stopper, and you have to keep in mind that throughout this whole experience, I was learning myself. Right, this is my biggest store to date, and it was a great learning experience for me. So this is where I learned a great majority of my skills, and this is where I really learned to test scroll stoppers heavily. So this was the first scroll stopper that I tested myself. Now, it wasn't that great of a scroll stopper, right? It was just her kind of looking sad and slouching with rounded shoulders. And so then it pops up, this device corrects your posture, and she's trying it on. And then bang, it shows posture getting fixed. This video is super helpful. It shows the solution. So that was kind of the band-aid, and that was the cut. So that was the cut, and then that was the band-aid. Now, you guys get the idea. And then, I'm showing her again. She's showing the back. She's showing her posture. And then another showing how the posture is getting fixed. And then she's putting a shirt on top, and I'm saying you can simply wear it under your top during the day. And then another showing kind of before and after thing. And then share with a friend that needs this. So this was the first original video content ad that I created. Actually, that's not true. The first one was this one that I showed you here. But so yeah, that was what I did with that content. Now, the content from Olena Kit right here was also very useful. I was able to scale that one quite a bit as well. As you can see, this is a video that I made using her content. It has 1 million views. And so let me turn off the sound. A similar idea, I made it with Animoto, just the first 3 seconds. This is the watermark that I'm talking about, the URL, www.flexposture.com. And then everything else is really the same, right? It's my videos weren't that different. The script was always the same for every single video. And then I have videos from the other girl that I paid on Fiverr. And then, the same clips. Once again, the same clips, another clip from her. So you guys get the idea. I mean, they were slight variations with just different content, and especially the start of the video has different content, which is really what makes the biggest difference. So that's what I did. And then now what really made the big difference is when I started to test different scroll stoppers. So these ones were doing pretty well by themselves, right? Like this one, another one with the Olena girl. So I did the same scroll stopper for this one because it did pretty well when I tried it for this one, the girl who's just kind of slouching for a second at the start. And so that did well. And so I did it again with this girl, and it did well again. But what really, really did well is when I started really testing that cut and band-aid method. And I'm going to show you the best example of it that I have, which is this one here. This one right here. And so this was the same ad. This was the same ad as this one. And pretty much all I did was I replaced this video with another video that I found online. And this video was a video from a company that sold this posture corrector in the Philippines like 2 years back. And I found this on YouTube. And so, I was pretty confident. It was an animation and it was from like a Philippines company. I was pretty sure that I wasn't going to get into any legal issues for using this. Now, there is some risk, but I took the risk. And so I took this clip and then I added this text at the bottom. I used InShot once again for this, so slouch much. And this was kind of like the cut, part of the cut. And the cut is also how much she's slouching, right? And so you can see in the comments, people are like, hands up for all the people who sat correctly after watching the clip. Like, this really grabbed people's attention. And that's why this video was so successful. So I'm going to play the video for you now and just let you see for yourself. Slouch much, and then same video, right? It's the same thing. It's the same girl. This device corrects your posture. And then this clip again. I really like this clip. Same girl once again. And then this guy right here. This is the Kevin J. Bond right here. I paid this guy $50 again, and he made this content. Simply wear it under a top. And then that's that was pretty much it. So this ad is pretty much the exact same ad that I showed you at the start, right? This ad, but at changing the first 3 seconds to this clip right here, made it into the most successful ad that Flex Posture has ever had. So this ad, it got 10 million views, 4,000 shares, 10,000 comments. This ad alone must have brought, multiple 6 figures in sales. So this ad was extremely successful, and all I did to get this ad was I changed the first 3 seconds. Now I have a few more examples of this, right? So this one, for example, same exact video once again, and the only difference is the first 3 seconds. So, in the first 3 seconds, I have this kind of hologram dude who has some neck pains and, some related to back issues. And so that's just to grab people's attention, right? Slouch much, and then gets people's attention, and then the same video once again. exact same video. So only the first 3 seconds change. And, you know, this video did quite well, especially for retargeting. So it really does make all the difference. Now, I tested a bunch of variations, and a lot of these videos are deleted now. But, you know, I really tested as many of those variations as possible. And that's how you really, that's how you find successful ads with Facebook. You need to test, and especially test the first 3 seconds. The first 3 seconds are the scroll stopper, and that's what's going to make all the difference whether or not your video is going to be seen by the majority of your audience. So that is it for this lesson, guys. I really hope this was helpful, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next lesson.